Hi guys, I hope you guys are all okay. And today guys, I'm bringing you the Jupiter, which is going into Aries on the 10th of, I want to say April, the 10th of May to October. So guys, I've actually, for those of you who have seen it, I have actually done a first video. I did it like 2 months ago, I think, on Jupiter going into Aries. It was more or less like the general energies of about a little bit about the history, a bit about the past, the last time Jupiter was there in Aries from 2010, 2011. And I just wanted to do like the general energies and also pick out some cards for you guys. So this is going to be, so what I've done, I've picked out some general cards from the oracles, and these are a mixture of, it's actually a mixture of signs, planets, and yes, that's what I wanted to actually do. And after then, I've picked out like a card for all of the signs. Now this is part 2. I'm in 2 minds to see if there's going to be a part 3, because you know Jupiter goes into Aries on the 10th until October, and then it comes out again, then it goes back again in December. Okay, so I wanted to do a bit more. Yeah, so it goes in the 10th and it comes out in October the 28th, and I believe it goes back in the 20th or the 21st of December. So this is going to be for quite a while, this one, and it lasts for a year. But saying that, because it goes in and out, you know, it doesn't seem like it, but it is. It's going to be like for 5 months. Now, people that are going to be really affected is all the cardinal signs, like Capricorn, Aries, of course, Libra and Cancer. And because it's going to be the early degrees, like 0 to 9 degrees, you're going to feel it. I believe Pisces is also going to feel it as well, especially if you're late degree, if you're like 28, especially like 29 degrees, you're going to be getting that extra dose of goodness because you are ruled by Jupiter. So yeah, Pisces, you're going to really feel this more or less out of all of the, out of all the signs actually. So you're going to get extra. And also I think it was written in the stars, Pisces, because you're traditionally ruled by Jupiter. It's like, okay, a lot of people felt it in the beginning, the early Pisces, but the late ones, you haven't felt it so much. So you know what? When it goes into Aries, you're going to feel it again. So you're going to get extra dose of loving and an extra dose of goodness, regardless. So yeah. So I've picked out some oracle cards for, especially this is like for the first 5 months, but you can also use it for next year as well. But I've just picked it out for now. And the first card we have is Aries. And because this is funny because it actually more or less fell out. So the first card is Aries. So it's just saying it's the new beginning that's going to be happening. A general new beginning. Like I said, I spoke about it when I did the other video 2 months ago. So head to that. I'll put the link in the description below. So yeah, so it's saying what it says on the tin, guys. There's a new beginning happening in all themes of life. Jupiter rules the law. It rules publishing. It rules long distance travel. It rules languages, mentorship. It also rules higher learning. So, and with it being in Aries, which is a fire sign, and Aries being the first sign of the zodiac, it is aching and itching to go full shebang. The last time we had this Jupiter in Aries, we also had Uranus, which was in Aries. Neptune was in Pisces as well. It more or less just entered. But yes, we had Uranus, which was in Aries. And I think that there may have been a time where it actually conjunct as well, which was probably a crazy one. To be honest with you guys, I've said this before. This is just my belief. The 2010s were not the greatest. There's only like certain things that were really great. But, you know, the 2010s is actually like a forgotten decade. I'm sure a lot of you will see that there were some themes that you guys remember, good or bad. But when it went into Aries, then it may have been quite hard for a lot of us. But now it's a little bit different, you know, because we're moving into that air era. It's not like the whole Capricorn Earth era. It's more like an air era. So things, and also Saturn was in Virgo then as well, which may have sort of like hindered a lot of you guys' progress somehow, in some shape or form. But now Saturn's in Aquarius, which actually is better for this Jupiter being in Aries. So yeah, we had Neptune there. We also had Saturn in the Virgo. Then we had, well, Saturn was in Libra, I think. So yeah, I think, yeah, Saturn was in Libra. But yeah, between Virgo and Libra. I'm going to check that. It might have been in Libra actually, but it was opposition. But Uranus was there as well. So things were very crazy. But this card is saying that things are now going to be changing very fast. Some of us, it depends on what's happening in your sign. Some of us can see these changes come extremely quickly. Yeah. If it comes on the day, lucky for you. But there's going to be lots of changes in that whole themes. This Aries card is saying, you know, I am here. I'm here to change things. I'm here to bring newness into this light. I was going to say another word, but obviously you can't say that. But there's a newness that's going to be coming. And a lot of it can be very quick, very sudden. It can shock people. It can upset people. It can actually motivate us. This card is saying it's a time of motivating yourself for something brand new. Let's not go into the old. Let's stick to something that is brand new. Let's dare to be different. Or even dare yourself to just think outside the box. Dare yourself to start a new business. Dare yourself to write that book. Dare yourself to dress different. It's very much a daring energy, the first card is saying. The second card is an earth card. And the earth signs, you know, the earth signs are Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus. So even though if the first card is saying, you know, bam, I'm here, new energy, let's do this. Emotionally, I feel we're going to have to ground ourselves as well. It's going to be very hard to ground because this energy, especially because with this Jupiter in Aries, we have Mars coming. We also have Venus coming as well. So one of the main themes, especially this middle card, is grounding, getting in touch with Earth, grounding ourselves. I feel a lot of us are going to be, a lot of people are going to be starting to like really work out, really take care of their bodies, but they can be doing it too fast because this huge urge of fire and excitement. So the Earth card is like, okay, take time out for yourself, ground yourself. Yes, we are in it's a new beginning, but you're going to have to learn to, you have to like basically take a breath, breathe, try and do things, you know. It's really great to plan for something great now or something new now, but take your time, listen to your senses. I feel Taurus energy is coming really strong with this as well. Maybe because of the North Node, which is in Taurus, because I believe last time the nodes were in Capricorn, or actually was Sagittarius. Yeah, the nodes would obviously would very different then. Okay, so this node is, I feel that the nodes, but also with this card is saying there's a fiery energy, but also there's going to be a groundedness that we're going to be also seeking, because things can come full throttle and it could come too much, and we could also get very overwhelmed. We can burn out our energy. So if anything you're starting, especially if it's physical, pace yourself step by step. If you're going to looking to do like a marathon, do 20 minutes, pace yourself. If you want to read so many books, read one book first, pace yourself. You know, smell the roses, look at what you're eating as well, ground yourself, try not to eat too fast. Basically, this is going to be one of the main themes of this card. One of the main, like I said, this is the main card I feel with this whole Jupiter in Aries energy, is grounding. And there's many ways that we can also ground as well. It doesn't necessarily have to be, you know, sitting there and doing nothing. It's going outside, putting your feet in the earth. It's doing, this card is also screaming to me about self-care, taking care of yourself, having these baths, manifesting, breath work, taking care of your physical self, like having manicures or pedicures. Breathe, take time out, go into the countryside, you know, just because it does feel very fast paced, guys. The last card that we have is Saturn, and Saturn obviously is ruled by, Saturn is obviously ruled by, you know, Capricorn, but it's also ruled by Aquarius, traditionally ruled by Aquarius. And it's, you know, again, we have the nodes, the nodes. We have Saturn, which is in Aquarius. So now it's like we are going to be getting back to basics. And it's also, this card is showing it's going to be a bit of a serious time, especially for the next 5 months, getting back to basics, you know, re-looking over things as well, because this also can feel very much like a karmatic time for a lot of us. Like if you go too fast and you're not thinking, especially about what you say and think and your actions, it can actually come back to you. That's what Saturn's saying. And it also is like an awakening a lot of us can feel as well. We're going to definitely go back to the drawing board, but it's going to be like a spring awakening of, like, again, like our actions and what we're doing, what we're also applying. This card is also not a card of saying that there's, you know, because obviously the Aries card is of new beginnings, but there can also be a resistance to new beginnings. But what Saturn is saying is that we have to really work with those new beginnings, because there's going to be an old, Saturn rules the old tried and tested, and we're going to see a lot of that being pushed through. But again, because of the Jupiter and also the Aries energy, it's going to be having, you know, Saturn's going to having to be work with that. So we all have old leanings that help us, that guides us in life. But we're gonna have to sort of like learn to switch that up and have those expectations and have those leanings, have that safe way, and navigate into the new. And we're going to see that things are just going to be working out a lot better for us. And it's not to say that we shouldn't expect the old way to always be that way, because we've all got that stubborn side within us. But also this card is also saying that the old way is going to start to be easing out too. And again, like I said, it's a very karmatic card. And even in the tarot, this is the Judgment card. So that's one of the reasons why there's going to be a huge awakening to what we have held on to, which is going to be released, but also what we have within inside us that needs to also be purged out too. And it can actually also feel a bit like a deja vu moment for a lot of us. So yeah, very much a huge turnaround which is coming for the next 5 months, what the card messages are saying. But the essential message is, you know, that there's brand new that's going to be coming, and we just have to make sure that we try to ground while these things are happening as well. Okay, so with that being said, let's get to the sign, shall we? Hello Aries, and welcome to Jupiter stepping into your sign. I hope you are okay. Are you ready? Are you very wired up to go, Aries? I'm sure you are. So Aries, this is in your first house. Okay, you got your first house action. You also have energies that's going to be to do with like your letting go, your emotions, but also there's a lot of learning that you're going to be having to do as well, Aries. I feel a lot of you are going to be very much fired up during this time. It's going to be very different to 12 years ago, actually. But during this, especially for the next 5 months, Aries, or even like to the year, you are being guided, Aries, to let go of the old. There's a lot of purging going on. There's a lot of themes and feelings that you guys are actually letting go of, and you guys are now going to be navigating your way to this brand new time. You know, you have a lot of fiery energy is in your sign that's going to be helping you when it comes to your relationships, your physical self, your work life as well. A lot of you are going to be learning during this time, learning about yourself, but learning about others. I feel also, you know, other themes that are coming up is that learning a new language can really help you, doing some spiritual work, having some therapy as well. Some of you could decide to have therapy by yourself, but like doing some therapy work, letting go of old dreams, bringing in new dreams, aligning yourself with people that are very different to you, who have like not only just your best interests at heart, but they can actually help you in a way that, you know, you don't have to do everything on your own. So brand new start for you, Aries. The card you have is the moon card, which is actually the Pisces card. And Jupiter traditionally rules, is by Pisces, which is your 12th house anyway. So it can feel very much an emotional time for a lot of you, Aries, even though it is a brand new start that is happening. You know, there's so much to do, so much people to see, so much friends, family, you know, just newness that is beginning. This is going to be a time where it's going to be very emotional too. But you are letting go. You are, you know, look out for what your dreams are saying. Your emotionally, it can be quite up and down. Like you could be veering from happy to sad to fiery to aggressive. Lots of breath work will really help you, Aries, just to help you ground, just to help you not be, you know, spreading your energy and just, you know, just going, you know, just burning yourself out. So you are being guided to do like spiritual work during this time. But regardless, Aries, a very, very busy time for you. And welcome back to your Jupiter return. Hello, Taurus. This is in your 12th house. So very much a time, Taurus, that you guys are going to be, you know, working on releasing any old habits, any old dreams, anything that is hindering you in some way, Taurus. You have eclipses that's happening in your sign. You also have the nodes that's in your sign. So even though you guys are shining, there are things that could be that you know you definitely need to work on, but there may be things that are maybe in your way, some shape or form. So this is a great time to be working on anything that is basically just hindering you in some way. If you feel blocked in any way, Taurus, is to look at what you're fearful of, okay, and who is also in your life. This could be friends, this could be, you know, a partner that's in your life that may be blocking you somehow, shape or form. 12th house is about solitude. So a lot of you are going to be working, some of you are going to be doing lots of work behind the scenes by yourself, or maybe in a secret group. This is a brand new time to be enjoying like being by yourself, you know, not being around too many people. Some of you may see this time that, you know, a lot of your friendships are getting smaller or maybe broken down to one. But also there can be changes within like your finances. There could also be changes within your any fears of your life. There can be, like, again, like I said, there can be lots of fears that come up. But again, this is about releasing. So if you've got any debts to pay off, if you've got like friendships to let go of, if you've got any goals that you need to let go of, if there's something you want to plan now, obviously it's going to be happening when Jupiter goes into your first house next year. But again, a very emotional time for a lot of you, Tauruses. But I feel that some of you may actually enjoy this time. This is a time where you guys can start to do things that you've always wanted to do and have a bit of a slower pace now, especially with the nodes being active. This is about you looking at yourself and what you like to do. So you have the 5 of Cups, 8 of Cups. I was thinking the 5. You have the 8 of Cups. Really sorry, Taurus. So you're finding your niche. You're finding things that you are good at. You're working on yourself. You're working on, there's something, obviously there's something missing, but you're working to find it. It's like you still haven't found what you're looking for. So this is about soul searching, deep soul searching, being honest with yourself, not burying things that you've always used to bury. Really be honest. This could also be, you know, this is actually great for a lot of you Taurus to be, if you're feeling guided to speak to someone, whether it's a psychologist or doing occult work, doing tarot, astrology, you know, just working on these themes, because it can feel very emotional release, which is about tears. Your dreams are going to be very powerful now, Taurus. So I feel that during this time, you're going to find what you're looking for as long as you're honest. And if there are things that leave now, Taurus, it's because it's or more or less served its time now. Okay. Gemini, this is in your 11th house. Okay. Brand new time. But also, yeah, a brand new time for a lot of you, Gemini. I feel a lot of you Geminis are going to be very, you know, revved up and ready to go. You know, we have Mercury retrograde on the same day as well, today, or on the same day. So you are basically more or less going over old ground. You know, your career, this is the time of looking back on your career, starting something new within your career. Also looking at your relationships. There's going to be a massive change concerning this. Some of you may, you know, this is the themes are coming up of like signing contracts, working in a new business partnership, starting a new relationship, starting a new job. You know, some of you could, you know, other themes are like getting promoted, but also being honest as well. Because remember, Jupiter traditionally rules your 10th house, which is a house of prestige, but also disgrace. So there could be a leaving of a new job, but also going into a new job, starting a new business as well. This could be with a group or association, or doing some humanitarianism work. But your goals, your aims are changing. You Geminis are going to be very much benefit from these times. But also, I'm also picking up, when it's time to leave, it's time to leave, Gemini. Some of you may not want to leave something, but then it may be a case of you're being guided to leave. Okay, so, you know, it's like, you know, you're working somewhere and now it's like, you know, something's outstayed its welcome, and it's time to look at that. Okay, and this also could be in your relationship as well. This could be a group. This could also be with any type of new skill that you are wanting to do, or a new, you know, a new opportunity, or opportunities that you are presenting to yourself. So it's very much a powerful time, a great time for especially a lot of you Geminis and Aquarius. But you're going to be seeing some changes that are going to be happening on a grand scale. So the card you got is the World card, which is about, again, endings, but also there's new beginnings that's going to be happening for a lot of you. You guys, you know, you Geminis are, some of you I feel are going to be very happy with what's going to be going on and around you. Like the fresh of smell, the fresh of air of greatness, the fresh of smell air of a brand newness. Some of you I feel can actually feel that you can actually breathe now. You know, there may have, like 12 years ago, there may have been some heavy energy, but now it's more like a fresh energy. Some of you also will be very happy with like the brand new opportunities that you guys are presenting to yourself, or people in your circle are bringing you as well. It's just remaining open-minded, Gemini, because anything can happen at this time. Cancer, this is in your 10th house. So a brand new time for new jobs, new prestige, promotions. This is with like bosses. You know, Aries squeeze you, Cancer. And you know, 12 years ago, a lot of you may have, you know, 12 years ago, the theme and story I'm picking up is that, you know, a lot of you, you know, had a job, got promoted, but you had to work really hard. And there may have been stuff that you guys liked or didn't like. There may have been a lot of restrictions, or, you know, some craziness that happened. Some of you may have stayed there, and now it's time that a lot of you may be thinking, I actually want to leave. I actually want to do this by myself. I want to work for myself. I've earned enough, and now it's that time of change. So change is definitely coming for a lot of you Cancers, and so it should. A lot of you Cancers have learned a lot about yourself as well. Again, like I said, it's going to be affecting all of the cardinal signs, and you're one of them. So again, even though it does square you, it's going to be a bit of an, it's actually going to be a bit of an easier time for you Cancer, just that you have to put the work in. And I feel that you guys know it. I feel that if you are working somewhere else, you're going to be around people that are very different to you. And these people can actually help you. These people can actually be showing you something that you've never even envisioned that you'll see. Some of you may want to actually leave. Like, you know, your job may take you to another country. So there's a chance of relocation at far distance. But also, this is a chance that a lot of you can start to really learn on passions that you've always wanted to do. So this is like learning a new language, deciding to be a teacher or a mentor, or even you seeking out a mentor, doing some spiritual work, because Jupiter also rules your ninth house. Okay. And yeah, it's actually really great for a lot of you. But still, this is your career zone. This is a zone of really thinking about what you want between now and the next 12 years before it goes back into your, you know, your ninth house again when it goes into Pisces. So this is going to give you that little itch. And you know, it's really great that a lot of promotions, a lot of opportunities are presented to a lot of you Cancers. Some of you may present with so many. Some of you may present with too much, maybe too much for a lot of you to handle. So, you know, it's all a sense of like really choose wisely, Cancer. It's not really a time to be greedy, or some of you may not think you're being greedy, but you know, it can be there. So really choose wisely. And the card that you have is a Page of Wands. It's about good news. It's about it's a very much a time of you being fearless, having passion, having energy. Again, like I said, a lot of opportunities are coming to a lot of you as well. This is also great for a lot of you to really work on like physical fitness, because the energy is going to be very high, and it's very easy for a lot of you Cancers to like really, you know, burn yourself out with just doing here, there and everywhere. It's really great to be working on something that you've always wanted to do in terms of like looking after like your health. But you know, some of you Cancers actually may be, you know, have Aries in your moon or your rising. It could be Aries in your chart. So you guys are really going to really come into your own. This is great for you to be doing something very creative as well, something that's going to be for the long haul, something you've always loved to do. So it's a brand new energy that's coming. It's what the Page of Wands is coming, and also a brand new time to be fearless and really go for what you want, Cancers. Leo, this is in your ninth house. Ooh, Leo, Leo, Leo. So Leo, the ninth house, as you know, is a time of learning, higher learning. Your beliefs are really going to change now, and it can change really quick, really fast. Energy is going to be very fast paced for a lot of you. A brand new time. Some of you Leos may decide that you want to write. So it's time to write. Some of you may decide you want to do something within the law, or even learn about the law. Some of you Leos may decide you want to leave this country, leave London, leave America, leave wherever you are. You want to do something long term, but you also want to be happy as well. This could be to do concern like your finances. You could be looking at your finances and thinking, things are not really working out. I need to change something, really. I need to change something, because the fears could be coming up. These fears could have been from, you know, 12 years ago. And also this could be to do within your relationship as well. If some of you are single, you can meet someone that is very from a different culture, different background. You know, that's one of the reasons why some of you may be learning a new language, because of the partner that you're with. If you are, you know, if money situation's not that great, it's about joining your finances and, you know, rebuilding your finances in some way. Again, when I say fears coming up, it could be to do with like the past. So this is great to be working on any trauma that you have, and, you know, putting that trauma into a positives. So this is great for writers. This is great for people that are doing spiritual work. This is actually great for you to really begin to cleanse any negativity that you felt you've had in your life for the past 12 years, Aries, okay? It is also great for a lot of you, again, to be doing creative work. This could be, you know, doing creative work with younger people. If you have children, beneficial. Children can definitely be on the mind as well. but you guys are coming into your own. Okay, this is changing what you look like, changing your hair, changing your fashion. This is great for a new business. New business propositions can come for a lot of you Leos. You're going to really benefit from this. You know, you Gemini, Aquarius, because it's not really hitting you too hard. This can feel you can feel that very much like a new transition that's happening, especially with you got like the Three of Cups card. This is going to be a lot of celebrations happening. Celebration of a birth of a new idea, a birth of a child, a birth of a new project, a birth of, you know, learning something for yourself, a birth of that your mindset is really changing. Your mindset is more brand new. You're going to be more interested in politics and what's actually going on around the world, especially if you guys are deciding to leave. So, you know, I feel that you guys are going to be surrounding yourself with lovely people who are going to be guiding you. This could be a new mentor as well. There's lots of celebrations happening within like your close-knit circle. It could be your family, your friends, people that you align yourself with. This is a time where a lot of you are going to be around positive people. You know, when you're having conversations, it's not going to be, not to say it's not going to be negative, but it's just going to be like pure positivity that's going to be pouring out. So great time for a lot of you Leos. Virgo, this is in your 8th house. Okay, and you have themes that are to do with like the home, roots, family, but also like your relationship and business contracts. So the 8th house is to do with, you know, joint finances. It's to do with fears, traumas. It's to do also with like partnerships, debts, loans. You guys are going to be on it. You guys are going to be on it. You guys may feel that there is a sense of a loss that's happening, because you know the card that you have is the 5 of Pentacles, so it is about a loss. So you guys may, you know, the energies is of, you know, you have to like sort of like get back to the drawing board, but there's a sense of like you may feel alone. You may feel that you're not getting as much help. You may feel that there's a lot that you're doing by yourself. So this is great to be speaking and conversating, having great communication in a partnership. You never know who's going to be helping you now, Virgos. Keep on top, because Saturn's being in your sign is keeping you on top of your like health and fitness. So really keep on top of that, because the 8th house is very much a heavy house. It's very much an emotional house. So you guys may be doing a lot of purging, a lot of letting go, a lot of releasing, but also a lot of emotional stuff as well. There could be thoughts and themes that are coming up from the past, Virgos, for a lot of you. Some of you, it's not to say that you guys are broke, but it's more to do with that you just feel like things are not manifesting as big as they are. So this definitely could be to do with the past. You know, this could be to do with that when you were young, you may have thought you had less. It could be about 12 years ago as well. Some of you may want to like live closer to home, live, you know, with like your family. Some of you may even want to decide that it's a brand new time to move in with your, you know, with your partner. But also this is great to be, you know, signing contracts, looking at contracts as well, looking at, you know, leases of the home. Some of you may even be guided to really, what's the word I was thinking of, like doing some like property work, like, you know, rebuilding something, you know, especially if you want to like begin to like improve your finances in some way. This is great to be, you know, if you've got a home, letting out your home, renting out your home as well, which actually can improve your finances, but also doing that spiritual work, doing that emotional work as well, because the 5 of Pentacles is a time of not just losses, but, you know, having like feeling of less, feeling of there's nothing there's nothing to live for. And also it's also to do with like changes within your finances as well. So during this, especially this next, between now and next year, finances could be very much up and down. But also if you are in a relationship, but if you are in a relationship and you're speaking to your partner, having really truthful communication, because Aries is about the truth, and, you know, sort of setting up yourself, gearing up yourself to be telling your partner what's going on. Joining finances is like one of the best things. Sometimes Virgos, 2 heads are better than one. And I feel that you guys may actually see this now as well. But as long as you're doing like the inner work, which I'm sure a lot of you are going to be doing anyway, even if you don't feel that, even though you feel that it's very busy time, I can't be bothered, you guys are going to be guided to be doing that inner work, but also having good communication as well. Libra, this is in your 7th house. You are going to be feeling it, okay? This is opposing you. This is very much opposing you. So some of you Libras could actually look back on what happened 12 years ago and see how far you've actually come. The last time when Jupiter was in Aries in your relationship sector, there may have been themes that came up to do with how you're communicating, but also how you were restructuring yourself as well. So brand new time, Libra. You know, some of you may decide that you want to actually get married. Whether you're a man or woman, just decide that you want to get married. Proposals can definitely happen, or even just cleaning that slate. Some of you may decide that you want to just be alone, which is very strange, but you know, it's about, you know, dating, that dating scene. So confidence is going to be very high for a lot of you, but still there's going to be a lot of work that you're going to have to do within your relationship. Because you have the 8 of Pentacles, okay? 8 of Pentacles is about craftsmanship. It's also about the work that you put in. There's going to be a lot of hard work that you guys will have to put in order to get what you want and gain what you want. This is opposing you. So it's not so hard, but it's also not so... it's not so hard, but it's also not going to... things are not going to come very easily for a lot of you. So with the other themes of it being in your sector of like your health, but also like your work life, there's going to be some changes that happen here. There can also be some changes within contracts as well. So you guys may decide that you want to work with your partner, like set up a new business. So there could be new contracts, new things to be looking at, lots of communication. There could also be changes with you guys, your living situation as well. You may want to live somewhere else. You may also decide that you want, you know, I feel that your brothers and sisters, siblings, if you have them, could also be playing a huge part during this, you know, Jupiter in Aries. But also in general, how you communicate. I feel there's going to be some job changes that's going to be happening. Some of you may decide you want to work in the media, or decide to be writers, or be a teacher. So it's about restructuring it, not jumping head in. Like I said, because you've got the 8 of Pentacles, which is about the work that you put in. You're going to be getting a lot of gains, but it's not about cutting corners. So it's really great for you to like actually write down what you would like for the next year, or even like for the next 12 years, because this is opposing you. So if there's a change that's happening, it's great to be writing down like a structural change. You want to change something within your physical self, like your body. It's great to be doing it really slowly and not rushing in. Also what you're eating as well, or just being a bit more diligent in what you're doing in your work. And also, especially when it's putting time and work into a relationship. Relationships may veer on and off. It may be going up, it may be going down. If it's worth it, you'll work on it. Okay, that's what especially what the 8 of Pentacles is saying as well. It's not going to be a hard time. It can just feel very challenging for a lot of you Librans. I know that you guys may definitely be seeking a lot of peace, but sometimes in order to get peace, work has to be put in. There's things that you have to, if things you want to say, you just have to say it. There's no point in burying it. So things are going to be brought out into the open. You're going to be restructuring yourself, restructuring like your work, your home life, but also restructuring your relationships. Hello, Scorpio. This is in your 6th house of health, work, pets, your fitness regimes, the mental as well. And it's funny because you guys have got the Hermit card for this, okay, which is actually the Virgo card. You're actually in a Virgo house, so you guys are getting back to basics in a way of, again, brand new starts and brand new beginnings of getting grounded. Okay, you have energy that's connected to like your creativity, children, your love life as well, also business. You also have energy that's in your money, your self-worth, how you're building money. So when it's obviously the main theme is the 6th house. So I feel a lot of you are going to be really looking at like yourself, like really looking at your body, looking at how you're working, what needs to be improved. Lots of questions are going to be coming up for a lot of you Scorpions, because Mars, you're traditionally ruled by Mars anyway. So you're going to really feel this, not just all the fixed or the cardinal signs, especially Libra, but also you, because you're traditionally ruled by Mars. So I feel a lot of you are going to try and be the fittest that you can, because your work life is going to be shifting. There's going to be new beginnings, new jobs. Yes, there can be some opportunities, but there's going to be a lot of work you're going to have to be putting in order to get the opportunities that you want. You'll be looking at your money as well. So if money is not growing as much as you want it to, there's going to be looking at themes, what you can do to grow that. Are you working? If you're working really hard, but you're not getting, it's not growing, it's about looking at something different. It's also about looking at your talents and your skills as well. And also when it comes to like your talents and your skills, are you being creative enough as well? I feel lots of questions are going to be coming up for a lot of you Scorpions. So this is great to be working with your talents. If you're an artist in any way, it's great to be doing that artwork. If you are a poet, if you do drawing, if you do acting, start thinking the creative arts. This is great to be starting it now, because it feels like there's no time like the present. Again, I feel that some of you may need to write down structuring, like what you do, and know that all the structures can really change as well. With it being in your 6th house, it's not to say it's not the easiest house. It's just that there's some releasing that's coming along. So it's releasing old bad habits about what you're eating. If you feel that you feel like quite lethargic in any way, are you, look at what you're putting into your body. If it's hindering your mental health in any way, like you have that, that crash. Some of you may decide that, how you're working out is not working for you anymore. So you might want to do something quite a bit more high intensity, but try not to burn yourself out. It's about pacing yourself as well. Some of you may decide you want to get a pet. This is definitely a job change as well. So I feel there's many avenues that you guys are going through. It's about building your finances, but structuring yourself, but also working on some type of creativity. And even with the Hermit card is guiding you to look within. The Hermit card is guiding you to have that space and time for yourself, because there's going to be thoughts and dreams and themes that's going to be speaking very loud. And again, it's going to be asking you some harsh questions. And it's not a time to be, it's about doing all these things now. If you see your future in a way that's very positive and you're not doing something now about it, it's about looking at that too as well. Like I said, this is a Virgo card. So it's going to be speaking very loud to you. And yeah, I feel there's going to be I feel that a lot of you may enjoy that alone time. A lot of you may enjoy that alone time, because it's going to give you that time of peace and rest. I feel a lot of you are going to be needing a lot of rest, because there's going to be things. The 6th house is not one of the easiest house for a lot of people. Some of you may find it actually easy. Some of you may not, because you may be guided to slow down as well, especially with this Hermit card. So seeking that advice, looking within, but having that solitude time to really know when the next steps are. Sagittarius, you're going to really benefit from this, okay? This is in your 5th house. So this is a house of, and also because you're ruled by Jupiter as well, you're really going to benefit from this. So this is in your 5th house, and also you've got themes that's connected to like the home. So Saggies, some of you who may not have wanted kids, this could actually happen, okay? There could be lots of conversations about children, or some of you may want to work with children, or you guys may want to act like a child, but it's a brand new time to be creative, or brand new time to be thinking about a family life. With the 4th house, which Pisces rules, your 4th house, it can feel very emotional. It can feel actually very sentimental to a lot of you. And you guys may even show like a sort of like sensitive side in your relationship or even at work. Um, you know, other themes I'm picking up is looking at what you did when you were younger and put it in the now. How creative you were and put it in the now. And really start to really enjoy yourself. This is a time of not a lot of time of pacing, and you know, slowing down, even though it's actually really good for a lot of you. But really start to enjoy yourself. Really look at what your heart is saying, what your heart is singing, and really put that into action. You know, if you guys are in a relationship and you guys decide to take it to the next level, this will really transform you in a huge way, Sagittarians. Or, you know, there's many ways of having kids nowadays anyway. I mean, some of you may decide that you want to be the artist. You know, you've decided that, you know, I've got a lot of money, I've got a lot of savings, and now I'm going to just be an artist. I'm going to start anew. I'm going to have that art gallery. I'm going to be a poet, or, you know, or some of you may decide you want to work part-time and do some like creativity on the side, you know. But there's going to be lots of changes within your relationship. But also, if you do have kids as well, they can be, you know, really putting something within you that is very, you know, just changing your outlook. You know, I can see like camping going on. I can see you guys doing like lots of, you know, like games, you know, games that you used to do when you were younger. You're saying, yeah, this is what I used to do when I was younger. You know, let's do this and let's play rounders. If some of you who remember rounders, or, you know, just spending more time. I feel that spending more time with the family is going to be very important now. Especially in terms of, okay, at 6 o'clock, everyone's going to be eating together and we're going to be discussing our day, you know. And this is the sort of things that my mum and dad used to do, and these things I feel is going to be really coming up. And it's about restructuring, like a sort of like in a rooted way of like putting like some old things within the new, but not in a boring way as well. You guys may decide to like change up a working regime as well, like do another type of fitness, but having fun with it. But yeah, regardless, it's very much a great time for a lot of you. And you got the Chariot card, which is a Cancer card. It is a card, it's a higher realms of Cancer. Now, the Chariot card for you, Sagittarius, is, I feel, what Chariot card is about, you know, the two energies that we have within us. It's about control, but it's also about you moving forward. But also, again, that's one of the reasons why I thought as well that, you know, the home life, the past is going to be really playing up. Some of you Sagittarius, maybe it's very sensitive now, you know, maybe really harking back for the old in a strange way. But some of you are being guided to like put the old within the new, but as I said in the beginning, and really charge forward. Some of you also may want to move into like a childhood home. Okay, there can be some themes and secrets that come up as well for a lot of you Sagittarians, but it's only going to be benefiting where you're going to be going. And your family is going to be playing your family and your children, if you have any, but also children in general, but also your relationships are going to be playing a big theme in what's going to be going on for a lot of you. So really hone into that sensitive side that you all have, okay? And it can really just like really make things move forward, but in a very positive way. But it does feel very much a time of creativity, fun, but also sensitivity. Capricorn, Jupiter going into Aries is in your 4th house. Now you're going to be really feeling this. You know, other themes that's going to be happening during this time is not only just in your 4th house, but to do with like your friends, your goals, but also, you know, your communication skills, but also about letting go. I'm picking up once and for all for a lot of you. Definitely once and for all. So it's a brand new beginning to restructuring your home, brand new beginning for you, some of you to be moving somewhere, but also a brand new time to be, you know, generally letting go of anything that is harming you in any way, that's hindering your, like, that whole family element that you guys may be seeking, or that you guys may be wanting, you know, whether it's to do with like growing your family, growing your business in some way, or even changing a job, changing where you live, changing how you communicate. I feel that your intuition is going to be very high during this time, Capricorn, because you're going to get like a deep insight into what needs to stay and also what needs to go. Spirituality is going to play a big part. New friends, groups, associations coming into your life is going to be playing a huge part as well. But also is to do with family. Okay, and the fourth house is an emotional house. It's a Cancer house, which is your opposite sign. So in terms of like moving, this can happen. Definitely can happen. Some of you may even decide to like just change up like the whole regime of your house, redecorating, restructuring, you know, building, breaking down, being more closer to like your parents, being closer more to home. This is also to do with, you know, like business as well, like business within the home. Some of you may decide that you want to like work from home more, you know, be more closer to family. But also the main theme for a lot of you for a lot of you for Capricorns is home is definitely where the heart is. And I feel that you're going to be seeing this now more than ever. There's definitely be changes in this whole sphere of it. And you have, the card that you have is a 7 of Cups, which is about choices. But it's about making the right choice. There may be some, because Jupiter rules your 3rd house as well, there may be some confusion along the way. You may be seeking things, but not actually hearing it as well. This is great to be writing down like your aims, goals, and dreams. If there's things that are changing within the whole family dynamics and you're not really sure, it's actually great to be writing to your partner. Maybe like in a love way, but you're just writing down like your thoughts and feelings, because you may not feel that you can emote it in a way. This is also great to be writing down, like setting intentions as well, like a new beginning of setting intentions. Like, you know, if you don't believe in like spirituality, you may now see that, oh, my thoughts become my words. My thoughts actually, if I say this, I say that it actually comes true. And also with Jupiter ruling your 12th house as well, this is also to do with spirituality. There's going to be a whole change within you in how you're helping yourself, but also helping others. You guys may be guided to do like, you know, just to begin to do some like charity work, helping people that are less well off than you. Or even like, you know, all these things can happen. Feels very much an emotional time, but your intuition is going to be guiding you now, Capricorns. It's really going to be guiding you. Even with the 7 of Cups cards, there's going to be so much presented to you, but you will have to see what is real and what is not. Because there also may be people that come into your life now that they may be saying, oh, this is great, you should do this, you should do that. But ultimately, the decision is yours. But listening to your intuition, because it can show you what is beneath things that are not seen. But also, it's going to be showing you what you need as well, and also what your family needs too. Aquarius, this is in your 3rd house, the house of communication, the house of siblings, the house of writing, speaking, media, the house of learning. Brand new time to be doing this, Aquarius. You've got Saturn, which is in your sign. So this is giving you that strict structure, you know, getting things done. Your traditional ruled by Saturn anyway. So this is a brand new time to be doing this. If you guys are guided or ready to be doing something different, now is definitely the time. How you communicate is definitely going to be changing, Aquarius. You could be a bit more sharp, snappy. Your mindset could be like, let's just do this, let's just keep it going. I feel that some of you may need to do some breath work, i.e. breathing, because this is going to be a very busy time. Things can come really thick and fast as well. Money situation, I feel it's going to be definitely playing on your mind as well. You can have lots of ideas on how to grow your money. Even what you're eating is going to be playing a huge part as well, because Jupiter rules your 2nd house. So this is great to be changing up what you're eating, looking at what type of skills you have as well. This is about your self-worth. This is also to do with like when it comes to like learning, when it comes to like teaching. So what exactly are you interested in, Aquarius? Because not, you know, you're like not Libra, like Gemini, you're gonna be very busy. Okay, very busy. And the busyness that you're going to be having is going to definitely be mental. And I feel that your friends are going to definitely play a huge part in this. So you could be aligning yourself with different types of people. They could actually have Aries qualities, or even you yourself could have these Aries qualities. But your groups and associations are going to be playing a huge part. Your goals and dreams are going to be changing now. So it's time to sort of go with that flow. Go with what the changes that are coming, Aquarius. Don't shy away. You're the star of the show in a way with this, especially because Saturn's in your sign. And, you know, the card that you have is the King of Cups, which is very much an emotional card. It's also a card of your intuition. It's a card of you taking things a little bit more seriously now, not jumping from this to this, because there can be lots of jumps. There can be a lot of excitement that's happening because of all of these, not just opportunities, but all these grand ideas that you're gonna be having, grand ideas you're gonna be presenting to your friends, or your friends will be presenting to you as well. Everything's going to be changing in a fast pace. So that's one of the reasons why I feel that a lot of you will need to, you know, if you can, do lots of deep breathing work for everyone. Okay, deep breathing for everyone. But I feel for you more, this is the third house, which is a house of mental activity. You can also see during this time that some things you may start, you may not finish. So I feel that if you have lots of friends that are grounded, this will really help you. If you have lots of friends that will give you advice, it's really great to listen to it. Some of your friends also may be like the King of Cups. They could be, you know, have Scorpion energy as well. And they can give you more of a deeper insight into helping you as well. So listen to your intuition, but also know when to move and know when to hold back as well. But regardless, Aquarius, this is a very busy time. You're going to enjoy this, even if it's for 5 months for now. But next year, you're going to see a lot of, you're going to see more of the benefits and also the fruit of your labor, especially if you are starting something brand new. And last but not least, we have Pisces. Pisces. Oh, Pisces, this is in your second house. You know, like I said before, if you listen to the beginning, I said a lot of Pisceans who are last degree, like 29 degrees, you're going to have it like the double energy of this, because it's going to be 0 to 9 degrees. So you're going to be feeling this. But the second house is to do with your self-worth, your money, what your eating habits as well. Energies I'm picking up, because you are ruled by Jupiter, is, you know, the body, the physical body, your mindset, your career, you know, because Jupiter rules your 10th house. This is about your career, your physical, you know, your changing of appearance as well. But essentially, a lot of money can actually come to a lot of you Pisces. This will feel very much an easy time for a lot of you, okay? But you still have to put the work in, okay? Still put the work in, Pisces. If you are seeking a new job, if you're looking for a new job, I feel that this will come. Obviously, because we're in the Mercury retrograde, there may be a little back and forth going on, but still, I feel a lot of jobs, a lot of opportunities will come if you've put the work in. This is a time that you're going to be rebuilding your finances, especially left like 12 years ago. The finances may have been up and down because Uranus was there. Things can now be a bit more stable. You may be having to be looking at your finances more carefully now, because you've got the North Node in your third house, which is slowing things down a bit. And you just had the eclipse in your third house as well. But the second house is a Taurus house. So this is about building and rebuilding a new beginning of spending, but also saving, a new beginning of looking at what you eat. It's a good time to be getting fitter. So this is the Ace of Wands, is a brand new beginning of the physical self, a brand new beginning of creativity. Because you're ruled by Jupiter, Jupiter does rule writing, publishing. So if you guys have done any writing or publishing from 12 years ago till now, You may see that you can start making waves. If you guys decide that you really want to, like, you know, boost your energy in any way, changing up what your eating habits, this can definitely be done now, or this could be the beginning of it being done now. For a lot of you guys are going to be the stars of the show when it comes to work. Even if there's some challenging energies that are happening, you guys may be at the forefront of things. You know, promotions can happen. Promotions mean more money, but you guys may spend a lot as well. You guys may be, you know, the first opportunity that presented to you, might be rushing head in and after, without feeling like the consequences, or so it's about trying to slow down as well. Slow down when you're eating as well. Yeah, I'm probably saying this myself, but you know, slow down when you're eating. Look at what you're doing. But regardless, it's a brand new time, especially the Ace of Wands cards, brilliant cards. You know, your energy and vitality is going to may start to be on a high as well. I feel a lot of you are going to be getting a lot of, not just opportunities, but a lot of people around you that can also help you. And yeah, it's going to be very much a fun time. But I do feel definitely, if you put that work in, Pisces, because there can be this era of things coming to me easily, I don't have to do anything. But yes, keep putting that work in, Pisces, because again, I feel you are going to be very, very busy as well during this time. Okay. So guys, that was a Jupiter in Aries, which is happening from the 10th to the 28th of October, and again in December. Feel free to come back to this card message that, you know, just for like a guide. And yeah, I hope you let me know how the Jupiter in Aries has gone for you guys. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And yeah, thank you very much for listening, guys, and I'll speak to you all soon. Take care. Bye.